Real talk, I could go back and watch this series alone for the music because it's really just that good. And there's like a lot of other things that's good about this. So without further ado, let's get into the review of this new upcoming series right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the new animated series, Yasuke, which is going to be releasing April 29th on Netflix. It is 6 episodes, about 30 minutes each of this season 1 of this anime. It is dope, but honestly, the first thing that jumps out to me is the music. It is so good. It's such a vibe. That theme song is so crazily good. I love it. I absolutely love it. And Flying Lotus, he can do no wrong at this point. He really can do no wrong. He's worked on so many different things, and knowing he's going to be part of this, I just knew it was going to be crazy. And like, yeah, we're talking about Japan here, and he's still giving it like an urban vibe and like a little R&B flow to it. Like, man, soundtrack alone. I mean, I needs the soundtrack. Or I just need to be able to download the song whenever it's available because it's really just that good for real. But yeah, this is brought to you from the artist and creator LeSean Thomas, who's done the Boondocks and Black Dynamite. And then it also features the voice of LaKeith Stanfield, who is your voice of Yasuke. So there's a lot of black excellence tied to this as well. But yeah, you know what? Like, beyond LaKeith, there's some other voices, notable voices on this project. They're not credited as of now, but like you're definitely gonna know. It's like I'm about 100% sure I know who one of the characters is, but I won't say anything yet until it's confirmed. But like definitely some notable voice actors attached to this project. And like to be honest, LaKeith, I had my reserves on him being a voice actor. And in this capacity, but he did a fantastic job. Like he showed a lot of range, a lot of vulnerability. And really put on some epic scenes with Yasuke, and I was feeling it for sure. But yeah, by the way, since if you don't know who Yasuke is the first black samurai in Japan. So when I first heard about this project, I absolutely knew I wanted to check it out. I had heard nothing about this, and initially my thought is that, well, it's going to be a good history lesson along with some good action and whatnot. But in fact, this is taking place in an alternate reality version of the feudal Japan. So it's reimagined with some magic, some advanced technology, and some other stuff. So while there is some truth to his character in this series, it is mostly fictional. So you still gotta have to do your research, or I'm gonna have to do my research if you want to know the true story of the first black samurai in Yasuke. But what's happening here, so Yasuke is now a boatsman. He's putting all his samurai ways in his past, and he ended up running across paths of this little girl and her mother. But come to find out, everyone's looking for this little girl because this little girl has special abilities, and she's kind of OP, to be honest, and everybody's trying to get a hold of it. So him being the man he is, he decides that, he has to protect this little girl. At the same time, he has caught himself in the middle of a war. So yeah, all that's kind of happening while he's, dealing with his own things, but also trying to protect this girl. And now he's just in the crosshairs himself. He's an accomplice. So he's like a man, he's like wrong place at the wrong time, to be honest. This is in English. So for people who enjoy their anime in Japanese, there is no Japanese versions of it. You can read the subs. I think there's Japanese subs, but it's in English, and you can do Spanish, but yeah, there's no Japanese sub to it. But overall, it's a lot of action, a lot of gore, blood splatter, all of that. The animation is good. And like, I'll be honest, like I thought initially watching this, that I'd say, oh, well, the anime is okay. It's really nothing spectacular. It's not setting the bar or anything. But it got better and better as the season got deeper into the season. Like the last 3 episodes is just nuts. They doubled the ante of everything the first 3 episodes did. So the anime, in fact, is done really, really well. And the other big thing I'll say too is I watched this on my laptop, and I also watched it on the screen. And watched it at 2 different definitions, and I will say, and 2 different refresh speeds too. And I will say that it holds out very, very well for the swiftness and the action of the anime and everything. Really no gray spots or black spots in it. So like the animation is really good. And actually, this is brought to you by the Japanese animation studio who's done the last season of Attack on Titan. So bada boom, there you go. So there's a lot of good things involved into making this happen. Now, along with this being the first season, I thought that, the villains were kind of, first of all, the characters design, everybody was fantastic. Let me just start out there. But I thought the villains was a little bit flat, and that's fine because it's the first season. You really want to kind of build who your protagonist is in Yasuke. So we want to know about his past. We want to know about truly what's his direction going forward, along with the accomplishments with the little girl. And I thought they did a good job in building a foundation for the 2 of them that leaves so much open to go forward with another season, which I truly, truly hope they do, because this is really, really good. So it told a lot of good story within these first 6 episodes to really set the foundation of things to go forward. And that's all it needed to do. So while the villains wasn't a super threat, it also really showed us who our heroes are, who our protagonists are, and who the allies are. And I thought that was, it did a good job in doing so. Now, there's something I wasn't really going to bring up, but I saw it online, so I figured I'll just attack this. A lot of people are saying that this series, by looking at the trailer, is racist, and it's not racist. It's the fact that this character, it displays the prejudice of Yasuke. He's black in Japan. And not just the idea of him being black in Japan, but it's like his stature. He's not a servant, and he's a samurai, and they call him the black giant, but like he's not even really the tallest person. It's such a phenomenon to everybody that's like, yo, look at his skin, yo, look at his hair. And then it's like, whoa, look at his armor that he's wearing. Look how he carries himself. Look how good he is in combat. And everybody's just blown away by that. But at the same time, no one truly, in most cases, most people do not respect him as nothing but a servant. So, the statement has came out plenty of times in this is that no matter whatever armor you wear, you're still a servant. And essentially, he's 3/5 as a man, just like that saying. So, I think that, they call him a black skin giant, and I think that, it does display prejudice. And why this is important is because these are some of the things that happen right now in society. It's like, no matter how successful or how famous you are, you still are judged by the color of your skin. And that's what we see with this character. We see him dealing with that in the way he does, still being very efficient and effective in what he does, and doesn't let that get to him. And it's even crazy because there's another black character in this as well. And even when you have that black on black conversation, even the 2 of them are looking at each other like, well, how did you get in that place and stuff like that? And like, there's a level of respect, but they're both kind of scratching their heads like, whoa, you're a black samurai? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, well, like, what's the problem with that? But like, it's stuff like that they kind of explore, and I'm perfectly cool with it. By no means is this trying to run a super narrative or making it anything that is not. It's an anime that has a lot of action, a lot of gore, very visually good. The music is so good that it doesn't take away from what's happening on the screen. So you have nothing to worry about there. But like I said, for 6 episodes, it tells a lot of story, and I'm completely hooked, and I cannot wait to see where this goes for the future, like, for sure. Like, it's really, really good. But yeah, other than that, folks, check out Yasuke. Again, it's dropping on Netflix. It's going to be April 29th, 6 episodes, 30 minutes each. It's an easy binge. If you're looking for a new series, much like if you stumbled across Cannon Busters, which was really successful, what ultimately got us back to this point, is, check this out. You absolutely will like it. LaKeith does a good job in voicing Yasuke. Animation's all good. The Flying Lotus, what can I say? And then it all comes together really, really well. So, as always, folks, stay tuned. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this. But stay tuned because we got more reviews coming soon. So, thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you all very soon.